Well, today, Governor Jim Pillen made some big announcements for education in our state.
Yeah, we're talking about billions of dollars in state funding. Channel 8's Veronica Barreto joins us live with more on that story tonight. Veronica?
Together with 10 state senators, Governor Jim Pillen announced today a package of bills supporting education funding for schools in Nebraska. Pillen says they are looking into ways to prioritize education without compromising taxpayers. One of the bills supported by Governor Jim Pillen would establish an education fund.
It's going to invest $1 billion in state general funds into a fund dedicated for education in fiscal year 23-24.
After creating this fund, $250 million would be designated each year following until it reaches $2.5 billion. Pillen says increasing state education funding was the best way to reduce property taxes. He says some of the state's cash reserve, which is projected to hit $2.3 billion by the end of fiscal year 2025, would be used to support the fund.
We're addressing the needs of kids and property taxes, which was promised over 3 decades ago.
An association representing teachers and school staff in Nebraska says for too long, people in our communities have been forced to choose between having strong schools and reasonable property taxes.
And in fact, Nebraska is 49th in the country when you rank what percentage of funding the state provides for its school systems.
Other of the bills was introduced by Senator Sen-rita-Sanders.
We invest in every kid by providing $1,500 per public student in a foundational aid.
Bill would also require that 80% of special education funding be covered through federal and state money. Pillen also supported a bill introduced by Senator Briese. It would cap revenue increases for school districts at 3% per year. Pillen says he talked to superintendents from Lincoln and Omaha and from different schools to listen to their needs. Rogers with the Millard-education-association says he hopes more teachers are included in the education funding conversation.
It's really important to include classroom teachers as they work through the details of these proposals. Educating right now looks nothing like what it does even 3 or 4 years ago. Unless you've taught through the pandemic and in this first kind of year really after, post-pandemic, you really don't have a frame of reference for what it's like in our schools right now.
The bills were introduced today. They will have to be discussed at the committees before they reach the legislative floor. For more information, you can visit KLKNTV.com.
Veronica, thank you very much for that story tonight.